Oh, we've got a wonderful Vanessa Gebbie here, author of Words from a Glass Bubble and Short Circuit, a guide to the art of the short story. What would you say the secret of beginning to write a book is? How do we start?
Gosh, we've got two different books there. You've got a collection of short stories which took about 2 years to write and then were sent out, won a few competitions. So each one is started in a different way. And the next one that I was asked to do last year is a textbook on the short story. My publisher didn't have one, and so I had to think hard about what I wanted to do with that one. How do you start a textbook? Do you sit there and just drivel on about how you write yourself in the hopes that some people will find some bits interesting? And the answer to that was no, because I've never finished a single author how-to book. So I got 24 prize-winning writers to write all the different chapters, and I think it's quite good, really.
And what was there some wisdom that came out of the different 24? Are there some themes that every prize-winning writer does?
No, absolutely not. I think the thing that makes the prize-winning story is the fact that it's very different to everybody else's. If you've got a pile of 500, you certainly don't want to echo anybody else. There are certain things you can do to make the likelihood of your story bobbing up to at least the shortlist. But the best thing to do is to write well. So it's a book about writing well, and each one of the writers picks up on a craft issue and discusses how they approach it, how important it is, and talks about their own processes, their own demons, how they actually write, and gives writing exercises, lists of stories to enjoy.
How important do you think winning prizes is in garnering attention to yourself? How can you...
Depends what the prize is.
Okay.
How do I put this without getting shot? You can go in for a competition which is run by somebody that nobody's ever heard of, who has not written anything themselves or published anything themselves. You can pay 10 quid to go into it. You can find that another 5 people went in for that competition, and the prize was £25, and you win it. You can then call yourself a prize-winning writer, but actually it means zilch, doesn't it? Whereas if you go in for something where the entry field is maybe 5, 6, 7,000, where typically they are people who are writing at quite a high level. You're talking about tutors from universities, you're talking about MA students across the English-speaking world. So somewhere like Bridport, for example, or now Manchester, or the Sunday Times, or the National Short Story Competition. The standard is high, and to bob to the top in that sort of field is, it sort of means something. So I think an agent will take that a bit more seriously than the first example. Or they should.
Okay.